Hello.
My crew and I met Bill O'Reilly, all 6'4" of him, at the Fox News studios in New York, where I got to turn the tables on America's most controversial commentator. But first, a look back. The year was 1957. The place was Westbury, Long Island, and the student was 8-year-old William O'Reilly, who even back then had quite a mouth and was often getting in trouble with the nuns.
Bill, a bold, fresh piece of humanity. Love that title. How did you earn that title?
Sister Mary Lorana, my third grade teacher, thought I was a little thug and ran down one day when I was misbehaving. I don't remember quite what I was doing, but probably dipping some girl's pigtail in the inkwell or something like that, and said, "William, you bold, fresh piece of humanity," give me a whack on the back of the hand. Rest is history. I got a good book title of it. My self-esteem was destroyed, and now I can blame her for the way I am today.
All right. Well, you had a pretty normal childhood reading your book growing up on Long Island. What were your parents like?
My father was a naval officer in World War II, tough guy, Irish Catholic all the way down the line. My mother came from the Kennedy and Drake clans. So we were working class people, but my parents were educated.
But it was O'Reilly's Catholic upbringing, 12 years in Catholic school, that had the most influence, giving him a strong sense of right and wrong.
There were the Catholic school guys and the public school guys. And in the beginning, there wasn't that much difference. But as we got older, the Catholic school guys had more boundaries. We were all wild, all wild. But as you got into 12, 13, into the teenage years, the public school guys would do things that we wouldn't do, language, that kind of thing.
Well, your Catholic faith sort of kept you out of trouble.
Yeah, but there were a lot of rules in private school.
He says it's his Catholic faith that helps him fight the good fight.
I'm trying to keep people, the bad guys, from breaking out and harming people. I'm trying to tell the truth as I see it. And I'm using my talents to try to help children. We got Jessica's Law passed against the child molesters. All of those things I think I'm here to do.
But in his early days, Bill had no idea of the fame that awaited him. Here he is in 1969 as he waited to board a ship for his first trip abroad.
I was going over to my third year in college to study at the University of London, and I was a little apprehensive. I was a kind of brooding Irish guy. And I figured I'd do a little Brando on the boat and get the picture, and that's what you're seeing there.
After graduating with a degree in history from Marist College, O'Reilly spent 2 years teaching English in a tough Miami high school. He says the experience was invaluable, but O'Reilly sensed there was a bigger stage for him. He got his master's in broadcast journalism from Boston University. The year was 1973. Watergate and Vietnam were in the headlines, and O'Reilly was quickly making a name for himself on campus. He later made a successful transition to television, working in several major markets as an anchor and reporter before becoming the host of the nationally syndicated news magazine Inside Edition. He created the O'Reilly Factor while attending Harvard 12 years ago.
Caution, you are about to enter the no-spin zone. The Factor begins right now.
You are the #1 cable news talk show host on the planet.
By far.
And very humble.
That's something I got to work on. That's why I go to church. I got to work on a humility thing.
People seem to either really love you, Bill, or they don't like you very much.
Really hate me.
Why is that?
Anybody who's got strong opinions is going to be a polarizing figure. What's funny, the far left despises me, but the far right does too. Anybody in the extreme, because I'm not an ideologue, and I'll mix it up. And I respect Barack Obama. That drives some conservatives crazy. I think the man has accomplished extraordinary things. Now, is he going to be a good president? I don't know. What's my job? I'll watch every movie he makes.
Do you think America's best days are ahead?
Yes, I do. I think that we're going to get out of this recession as a stronger economic country, and I think the traditionalists like me are going to win the culture battles.
Why did you devote a whole chapter in your book to fear and overcoming fear?
That's the key to life. The key to life is overcoming personal fears. And a lot of people do it through religion. And that's a good way to do it. When stuff is out of your control, you say, look, I'm doing the best I can here, Lord. Help me. You know, get me through this. And that's a tremendous benefit to those who believe.
Anything you'd like to say to Pat?
Merry Christmas. No happy holidays here. We're going right for the Christmas deal, Pat. Thanks for having me on.